Hello, my name is Tatiana. I'm a reseller on eBay and Poshmark. In my last video, you joined me as I started off my thrift trip by going to 3 different thrift stores in the lower mainland of BC, Canada, where I found a bunch of new treasures. At the end of my long shopping day, I drove out to a beautiful lakeside campsite called Kentucky Lake. Here, I camped for the night, and tomorrow starts a whole new thrift shop adventure. Go to Kelowna. There's 2 value villages there. I just looked. I thought there was only one. There's 2. So you guys, I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. So here we are in the Value Village in Kelowna. Obviously, I head straight for the mugs first. I do look at almost all of them. Obviously, I don't put them all in the video because it would be an hour-long video, the amount of time that I spent in a Value Village. There was a few fun ones, but nothing that I felt was worth picking up. I know that this Van Gogh mug is quite popular, but there was some chips on it, so I decided to put it back. I've seen a few of these on Poshmark, and I was like, nah, it's not even close to Easter, so I won't bother. Again, another just generic Starbucks mug, and happy face mug. I thought that was always fun. Here's me trying to put it somewhere else so I can look at the mugs behind it, but the shelves were so full that I just ended up having to put it back. And there's my flamingo for the day. That made me quite happy. Continue to look. There was a few handmade mugs like this one. I put it in my basket. I don't think I ended up getting it, but I pick them up and put them in my basket to inspect later on. We've seen more handmade mugs and whatnot. I didn't put those in my basket. I ended up just leaving those. But all in all, I found a few good mugs. I would say nothing too terribly exciting. Moving on to the misc item walls. I love looking through these. You always find the most hilarious things. I ended up not finding anything at all while going through here, but they're look, a bunny rabbit with a dress. It's a lot of fun to search through, and sometimes you can find some good arts and crafts pieces in these baggies, so I make sure to always take a look. Here we are, some Adventure Time glasses. And I love Adventure Time, but those glasses, the colors were kind of coming off the glass, so I decided to leave them. I don't know much about glasses, so if you guys see something here that I just completely missed, please let me know in the comments below, because my knowledge in glassware is basically non-existent, so any help I will take. I always take a look at plates. However, I generally never get any. They have to be super special. It's the shipping that worries me, so I generally just take a peek, but never pick anything up. I saw this and turned it around and it was like, ew, no, putting that back. I thought it was like a protein powder container that they were trying to sell. Turns out it's actually a speaker in the shape of an atom bomb. Just more stuff. I always like to look at these shelves in case I find any camera gear, which I have a few times, tripods, lighting stands, etc., etc. Also, looks like someone got rid of their entire plate collection. I know nothing about plates, so I wasn't about to pick anything up. Here we have the knickknacks. So many knickknacks. Again, knickknacks are always fun to look through because you're never going to see the same thing twice. And sometimes you do find something really fun. I picked up many items, but I didn't keep many items. So it was like a little First Nations kitty. It was like, what is that? And then we have a Scary Terry Rick and Morty action figure. I ended up not getting it because it wasn't worth a whole lot, even though it was Rick and Morty. Cute little dog. And here we have a dragon and wizard sculpture. I know they're super popular when I was a kid, but there was a bunch of pieces missing, so I decided to put it back. Just picking up other random bits and bobs, but nothing I know that's of value or that interests me enough to look it up. Here's a Spider-Man piggy bank. I was so tempted to pick it up, but there was chips all over the paint, which I don't think you can see in the video. And on top of that, the bottom was missing, so I decided to put it back. Here's an item that I don't know what it was. I meant to go back and look at what exactly it was, but then I forgot. Another random Starbucks mug. There's a wood tiki mug. I picked one of these up before and it sat in my store for almost 6 months, so I ended up just putting that one back, even though I know people say tiki mugs sell. I guess it's just maybe not my thing. Just more generic stuff. I was forced to go down this aisle because of the one-way rule with the COVID-19, so I decided to film anyway. There was just so much stuff, like you'll see, like it was just jam-packed full of stuff, and I couldn't move. There's a bunch of people in front of me. Moving on to the shoes, I mostly only videotaped in the runner department because in all the other aisles was full of people and I was too embarrassed to film. You'll see a lot of runners in this portion of the video. Again, they're just so overpriced. You know, you'll find a nice pair of shoes. Oh, look, $25. Well, not going to pick those up. A beaten up pair of shoes, $17. You're like, it was really frustrating. It was really frustrating continuously seeing some nice shoes, picking them up, and then being like $35, $40. And you're like, what are you doing? Like, look, a stained pair of shoes, Nike shoes for like $25. I don't know if you can see the price tag in there. People. Nope. Anyway, that is all I got in terms of filming when I was in there. The camera was dying, so I ended up turning it off and didn't film much more than that. I'm not sure how I feel about this place yet. It wasn't like the best, but it wasn't the worst. Excuse me. So yeah, they had a lot of stuff, but a whole lot of like nothing stuff, and just a lot of meh. I don't know. It's probably, I don't like spending money. That's why I started thrifting in the first place, and because I've already spent quite a bit this trip, I'm like, even though that's the whole point of the trip is to find items to sell, but in order to stay, I'll say positive or stay focused and not feel like I'm just spending a bunch of money for nothing, I think it's choosing an item is gonna have to be hell yes or hell no. We'll see how that goes for me in the future, but yeah, I'm gonna go hopefully find a campsite that's available, and then I have a second thrift shop to go to, so here we go. Fourth thrift haul. Like I said in the car, the Kelowna Valley Village was okay. There was a lot of stuff, but not a lot of like good stuff. Anyway, I'll get right into it. First, he has this magnetic levitation globe. I thought it was cool and just wanted to see if it worked, and then I searched comps on it, and it's a popular seller, surprisingly, anywhere between $30 and $60. I mean, the box is like beat to a pulp, so I probably have to ask a little bit less for that, a little bit less than, you know, what people are asking for full price. But I mean, everything's still in the box. Next, we have this wannabe David T mug. I know how popular these sell when they're David T mugs, but I don't know how popular they sell when they're not. And I have no idea if it's because it's a David's T mug that people buy them, or it's because people really like this type of travel style mug that's, you know, got the strainer inside with the little lid. It's a little experiment piece. Then I found an actual David's T mug. Nothing special, pretty generic. Just pretty generic, and that's it. But it's David's T and was for not a bad price, so I picked it up. Two parts. It's a handmade Winnie the Pooh bowl and like sippy cup mug thing. You know, I know it's made for kids, but I would definitely not recommend giving this to a kid. It will break in the first use. But it's made in Penticton, which is a small town outside of where I am now. I know. I had a Peter Rabbit tea set that sold within a day, and so we'll see if Pooh Bear is equally as popular. Next, I have another generic random mug. You know, it's nothing special. It's good quality. I searched comps for Port Port Marion. Sorry if I butchered that. They were selling for a significant amount on eBay. However, there were more, the mugs that were selling there were more like floral mugs and whatnot, not clay type mug. So we'll see how it does. Good brand though, apparently. I have this cute mug. It's a PC mug, so there's absolutely nothing special about it, but it's adorable. And for my last mug is this one. Let's see this one. I've seen, what is it called? A Portobello by Inspire, the mug, and I've seen them before. Basically, I've seen them sold in like sets of two, like a blue one and a red one, for like oodles of money. Yeah, I thought it was cute. It has flowers on it, and it has flowers on it. Enough said. The last pieces of the day are these. Approximately 2 foot tall brass candle sticks. I was really on the fence for these, simply because one was $14 and one was $5, and I did ask to see if I can get them, change this one to be just $5. And she's either like, I will change it to be both $14 or you can take what you got. And I was a little miffed because it's like, you got these for free. Like, so, I tried. But I got them, and I don't know about these. I don't know about these. Thrift Loft Sale says that people treat brass like it's gold when it's really, really not. So I saw so many varying prices on these, anywhere from $70 sold to $400. So I was like, worst case scenario, I sell them both for what I paid for them, which is a little less than 20 bucks, and if not, maybe I can get a little bit more for them too. I do not want to know what it's going to cost to ship these bad boys. But yeah, this was just a chance I took. And again, no shoes. The shoes I find, either if they're new and they're a good brand or good quality, they're outrageously priced, or they're half used or super used and still like $25 to $30. And so I feel disheartened when it comes to the shoe game at Value Village. I feel like I'm gonna have to find a different strategy for obtaining shoes, because Value Village is they're just price gouging. Frustrating. Anyway, now for the time y'all been waiting for. The total I spent at this thrift shop is $49.15, which, the candlesticks make up for most of that cost, which is really frustrating. But, hopefully if I sell some of this stuff, I can just make it all back. I'll leave you guys here. You're all good, you're all good. I couldn't have timed that thrift haul any better. The person next to me, behind me, is just arriving